Chapter 3, Section 6, Secondary Data Collection. In this section, you will learn what secondary data is, types of secondary data sources, advantages and challenges of using those secondary sources. Secondary data collection uses data already collected, processed, and made available by others. This data is usually collected for other purposes, but we can reuse some of it for our data analytics. Secondary data sources are attractive because they are more accessible and less costly than primary data. Public datasets are among the most valuable sources of secondary data for machine learning. Public datasets are data collections made available by governments, organizations, research institutions, and other entities. These datasets contain a variety of topics and are usually free to access and use for research, analysis, and machine learning applications. Trustworthy entities usually manage public datasets to ensure a certain level of quality and reliability. The primary purpose of public datasets is to provide an easily accessible resource for researchers, data scientists, and developers to use in their projects. It allows researchers to analyze large datasets without collecting large datasets themselves. Various organizations provide public datasets. The following are some examples. Government datasets. Many governments worldwide provide open access to a wide range of data collected by various organizations. These datasets include census data, economic indicators, health statistics, environmental data, transportation data, etc. Academic and research datasets. Universities, research institutions, and academic consortia sometimes release datasets as a part of their research outputs. These datasets are collected for specific scientific studies, experiments, surveys, etc. The social media and web data. Some platforms provide access in the form of APIs to public data generated by users, such as social media posts, comments, reviews, and ratings. Such data is often semi-structured or unstructured, but it can be useful for sentiment analysis, trend analysis, and other machine learning applications. Biomedical and health datasets. The healthcare and biomedical sectors have a lot of public datasets that are particularly valuable for machine learning applications such as predictive modeling, diagnostics, and personalized medicine. Public datasets have several advantages in secondary data collection. The first is accessibility and cost-effectiveness. Public datasets are generally free and easily accessible online, so they are attractive options for researchers and practitioners with limited resources. The second is diversity. Public datasets cover a variety of domains and topics, so they provide diverse resources for various machine learning applications. The third is data quality and transparency. Public datasets usually contain detailed documentations and metadata, so they can ensure a certain level of data quality and transparency. While these advantages exist, there are also some issues with public datasets. The first is relevance. Not all public datasets are directly relevant and suitable for all machine learning projects. Researchers must carefully evaluate whether the dataset suits their research purpose and model requirements. The second is data quality. While many public datasets have been thoroughly scrutinized, some contains errors, missing values, and biases that can affect the performance of machine learning models. The third is a limited control of the data. Public data is data that has already been collected for other purposes. Therefore, public data may not contain the variables we need in the form we want. Databases and repositories are data collections stored and managed in a structured format. Databases are usually designed for a specific type of data and optimized for quick retrieval and manipulation. Databases are used to store and manage large amounts of information, such as customer records and transaction histories. On the other hand, repositories are more general collections of datasets, often managed and maintained by research institutions, universities, companies, or open data platforms. Repositories include various data types and formats, including structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. There are various types of databases and repositories. Relational databases store data in a structured format using tables with rows and columns. Relational databases are widely used in various applications such as customer relationship management, financial transactions, and inventory management. Examples include MySQL and PostgreSQL. NoSQL databases are designed to handle unstructured and semi-structured data that does not fit well into the tabular format of relational databases. These databases are flexible and scalable and are suitable for big data applications and real-time analysis. Examples include MongoDB, Cassandra, and Redis. A data warehouse is a centralized repository for large amounts of structured and semi-structured data from multiple sources. Data warehouses are optimized for querying and reporting and are suitable for business intelligence. Data warehouses are also often used to store historical data for trend analysis and forecasting. Examples include Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, and Snowflake. A data lake is a large-scale storage repository that can store structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data in its raw format. Unlike a data warehouse, a data lake does not require data to be organized before storing it, so it is more flexible and scalable. Data lakes are generally used for big data analysis, machine learning, and data science projects. Examples include Apache Hadoop, Azure Data Lake, and AWS Lake Formation. Research data repositories are curated collections of datasets generated by academic research, government agencies, and other institutions. These repositories often provide datasets that are freely accessible for research and educational purposes. An example is the UCI Machine Learning Repository and Dryad. Open data repositories provide free access to datasets we can use for various purposes, including machine learning. Governments, non-profit organizations, and international organizations often manage these repositories. Examples include the World Bank Open Data, the European Union Open Data Portal, and the United Nations Data Portal. Databases and repositories offer several advantages as secondary data sources for machine learning. The first is accessibility and availability. Databases and repositories often allow easy access to a variety of datasets with only a few clicks. This accessibility allows researchers and practitioners to quickly obtain the data they need without the time and expense of collecting primary data. The second is scalability. Many databases and repositories are designed to handle large amounts of data and support high-performance queries and analysis. This scalability is useful for machine learning projects that require large amounts of data to train complex models, such as deep learning models. The third is quality and reliability. If a reliable source provides the repository or database, it is guaranteed that the data is suitable for analysis and modeling. Fourth, it promotes collaboration. Open data repositories and research data repositories promote data sharing and collaboration between researchers, institutions, and organizations. Such collaboration can lead to innovation and new discoveries that would not have been possible without it. While databases and repositories have their advantages, they also present some challenges. The first is data compatibility. Datasets in databases and repositories are not necessarily compatible with our machine learning project. Researchers should carefully evaluate whether a dataset aligns with our research questions, model requirements, and expected outcomes. The second is data quality and bias. While many repositories provide high-quality data, some datasets may contain errors, inconsistencies, or biases that could affect the results of our data analytics. We often need to preprocess data to ensure data quality and reduce potential biases. Thirdly, there are licensing and usage restrictions. Some databases and repositories have specific license agreements or usage restrictions that govern how we can use the data. We should comply with these restrictions and consider the ethical implications of using datasets. This section explains the types, advantages, challenges of various secondary data sources: public dataset, database, and repository. As secondary data sources, public datasets are valuable because they excel in accessibility and diversity. Databases and repositories are also valuable because they excel in accessibility and scalability. Besides, we can access data at a relatively low cost using secondary data sources. By understanding the various data sources and their benefits and challenges, we can use them effectively for data analytics by machine learning. Thank you for watching. Please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.